Saw him come out from under the dock and hit that minnow. Come on, big one. That's a 3-pounder. Almost had my minnow back to the boat. He came out from under that floating dock there and grabbed it. That's a good 3-pounder. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I've been fishing topwater this morning. I've had 3 little ones. Short strike at it. I thought, since it's so calm, maybe I'd switch off to this little swimming minnow. A little scrounger type of head on it. So worked good on that one. But he liked that walking bait. Water's really low. There are a lot of stumps. A lot of the stumps you can see are out of the water. They're usually in the water. Lake's down about 5 to 6 feet, so there's a lot of stumps here, so it's still a good spot. I wish the water was a bit higher. Second keeper this morning. Came back to these docks from my last video where I caught that 411. Yeah, it's a little pound and a quarter maybe. Just a couple different creeks. Haven't done real good. It's only 7:15. But like I said, I came back to these community docks that I fished last time I was out on the lake. Thought I'd come back and try it again. Nothing like fishing history. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Of course, that was just a little one. But we'll see. I got a couple more docks here to fish. Followed it all the way to the boat and decided to hit it. And it's a hybrid. And it's a hybrid. Little hybrid. Probably 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. We're on the bridge out here on the 150 bridge. I went up McCurry Creek first. Didn't do any good up in there. I didn't want to spend a lot of time up in there. I didn't find any fish. So just headed up to Stumpy Creek. or Rocky Creek. Thought I'd stop here at the bridge on the way. Catfish on a crankbait. I don't know, this slimy thing all over my boat. He was hanging around a bait ball. Just get a picture of him, and then I'm gonna get him back over the side and get that hook out. And there he goes. Foul hooked a little one. Thought I had a decent one, but he was swimming sideways. It's been a slow day today. Probably these bluebird skies, high pressure. Yep. Little ones. We'll keep going. Another one on the same spot. Same size. At least he got it in the mouth. Using this square bill crankbait. How in the world? You get that hook through. That is weird. The treble went through from the outside, and two of the hooks hooked him on the inside. Trying not to tear his mouth up. Same size, same spot. Must be a nest of them. Well, the first one this morning, he's a little one. Been fishing maybe 20-25 minutes, trying to fish some top water before it gets too daylight, but not seeing a whole lot. We've had rain for probably 4 days, and I wasn't gonna come fishing, but we've had so much rain I thought it might change what I've been seeing the last 2 times I've come out. The lake's so low, 6 foot low. Out on the ends of the docks is like 5 feet deep. So the bass aren't on structure. So they pulled out. I was hoping this rain would maybe bring the lake up a little bit more turn them on, you know, to feed more. So we'll see, it's early. That was a little one. So we're going around this rocky point here and see what we can see. Well, this one just came up and sucked it down. He didn't hardly break the water. I didn't hear a splash, I just felt. I felt him on my popper. Usually when they just suck it down like that, they're a little bit bigger than these little ones, but I might be fooled. And it's keeper size. Not a giant, but big enough to keep for now. I mean, if I didn't feel him, I would have known. He didn't make a splash at all. He just slurped it down. All right, that's 2 pretty quick. So we'll see what we get. It's number 3 this morning. Off this rocky point. Not so big. Little fat one, but he's not big. Oh, that's 3 pretty quick off this rocky point here. Yeah, that little bass is fat. Right. Keeper number 2 this morning. Little topwater popper off another point. I fished probably 6 or 7 different spots this morning. And seems like early morning right now, topwater on these points is where I need to be. bad one. Not a bad one. They're still popping up there. So we'll get back out there. I'm out probably 70 yards off that point. Pretty shallow point, comes out pretty far. Looks like they're out on this point feeding. That was a big one. Broke my popper off. At least he didn't get hooked. My popper floated up. So we'll tie this back on. Man, that was loud. He hit that hard. I saw him chasing some bait up on the bank, real shallow. So I eased back over here and threw this popper. Brought it back off the bank. He hit it hard. But luckily he missed the hooks, because it broke the line right at the knot. I doubt it he hung around though. He's probably gone now. Big one after him. Man, that was a big one trying to take it away from him. Looked like maybe about a 3-pounder trying to take it out of his mouth. But I'll take it, it's been a while. Been a little dry spell this morning, but it's about, I think it's around 10 o'clock. Somewhere around 10 o'clock. So it's not been too bad. Got 3 keepers, so would like to have that big one.